Meet everyone! It's a total of blind maze, sharing a bit of magic with the world. And today I'm doing a character poem for Quasimodo, the bell ringer of Notre Dame. At the end of the Renaissance period for Disney, they decided to do a more darker tone for their films by releasing the film Hunchback of Notre Dame, or Dame, depending on how you say it. The film is about a gypsy orphan that was taken in by the Viscount, known as Frillo, and it showed how the church was their feelings about gypsies and how they're more a disease that had to be eradicated, and that he felt like his job to wipe disease from Paris. The film was based off the book with the same name, and there actually is a musical that I prefer to the Disney film because not only it tied more closely to the book, but it has a better way of explaining the story behind the film.
And the book was written by Victor Hugo.
As I mentioned, the character poem is based on the bell ringer himself. It was revealed in both the film and musical and book that he was the son of a gypsy, and I believe, based on disability, that he was born premature due to having a hunched spine, which is where he got his nickname Hunchback, as well as his face being irregular. It's also revealed in the book that due to the ringing of the bells and his close proximity to him, he became deaf, and Frillo created a unique version of sign language to help communicate with him. Which, I'm kind of sad it's not shown in the Disney film. That would have been neat. To have shown that.
Yeah, I mean, even if they just stuck to, like, the basic form of ASL, it would have been nice to introduce a disabled character in Disney.
Right. And it's interesting, though, is that in the musical they show it, but you only catch it if you're watching Frillo's hands. Otherwise, you totally miss it. I felt kind of bad for him because of the fact that not only is he handicapped both physically and mentally, but the fact that he lives in isolation. He was kept away from the town and the people that ran the church because of the fact Frillo knew that no one would accept Quasimodo based on his appearance. And definitely shown that anyone that grows up in total isolation, mentally, they are not stable. And I don't blame them for acting this way, but more how society and how they're raised has an effect. Because you can't blame a person for going insane if they don't know what sanity is. And it's shown both in the Disney film and the musical because they show him talking to the gargoyles on the roof, and that to him are animated. And then in the musical, they show the same thing, but with the angels. And it actually shows a really neat musical number with one of the angels and how Notre Dame was created, which I thought was a really neat way to show a bit of history in the film. I mean, not the film, but the musical.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that some of the songs in the musical didn't make it into the movie.
Yeah.
A missed opportunity.
Yep. And I remember his name. His name was Saint Aphrodisias. And I remember it because it makes me think of aphrodisiac.
Yeah. I mean, if any of the songs that they should have added from the musical, it should have been that one. Because, like you said, it shows the history of Notre Dame, and that's, like, a big thing that they try to show in the beginning of the film with Clapham. Like, this is our city, this is where we come from, but then
It's the bells that the whole town, the whole city is around. And they explained that this saint had children in the family, and he got executed for his crimes. But if he hadn't took them in, then Notre Dame would have never been created. Lauren decided to look up the songs we were talking about it, and not surprised, it's called Flight into Egypt, which, to be fair, I like the soundtrack from the musical a lot more than the Disney film. No surprise there.
What's your favorite track?
Oh, really? There's so many. I mean, I liked the original, Hellfire and Out There, but I also like Made of Stone and what's the one song called? It's about City of Miracles.
I think that's what it's called.
Yay!
Or Place of Miracles.
Thank you. And Top of the World.
Yeah, Made of Stone is like fitting of like his inner reflection of being in isolation and his internal struggle of like his feeling of being a monster.
And that he'd rather be a gargoyle than be human. The poem is based on his perspective, and the film and musical, it takes place before the Festival of Fools, which is, I think it's the only festival they allow the gypsies to have in the city. And it takes place in the beginning of January. It's a festival where you're allowed to have fun, be silly, and there's basically no laws because it's a festival. And the poem shows how he feels about what he wants to experience and at the same time what his fears are being rejected. Rainer. Standing here, staring out my window at the world below me, wondering what new wonders await me. Master claims my place is here inside a church, my sanctuary from the scrutiny of the world. Yet how long does it take before a safe place becomes your prison, seeking an escape from the life you once knew? Pursuing acceptance from the gypsies, knowing that at the Feast of Fools, everyone is an outcast. Yet, instead of admiration and acceptance, I received jeers and persecution. Chased back into my lonely cathedral, confined in chains of isolation. Yet my hope for love still reigns true, like the bells under my command, sending out my beacon of hope to the pure souls in this world, knowing that in their eyes no monster stands before them, but rather a poor fool seeking out heaven's light. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was an interesting poem I write because I can relate to feeling like an outcast and not feeling accepted for my appearance due to my disability. And as usual, which is the norm on this channel, there's a song. I felt Out There was a good match for the poem because of the lyrics and the words I use. But this time will be a bit different because of how it starts. So anyone who heard the song knows that Frollo starts the song off before it goes to Quasimodo. And I can't do both. So Lauren's gonna help me by singing Frollo's part.
The world is cruel, the world is wicked. It's I long who you can trust in the whole city. I am your only friend. I who keep you, teach you, feed you, dress you. I who look upon you without fear. How can I protect you, boy, unless you always stay in here, away in here? Remember when I taught you Quasimodo? You are deformed.
I am deformed.
And you are ugly.
And I'm ugly.
And your crime, the whistle world, your little pity. You do not comprehend.
You are my one defender.
Out there they'll revile you as a monster.
I am a monster.
Out there they will hate and scorn and jeer.
Only a monster.
Why invite their curses and their consternation? Stay in here. Be faithful
Unfaithful.
to, grateful.
Unfaithful.
Do as I say. Remember, Quasimodo, this is your sanctuary.
My sanctuary. See behind these windows and these pyramids of stone, pleasing that the people down below me. All my life I wonder as I hide up here alone, wondering the histories they show me. All my life I memorize their faces, knowing that this day will never know me. All my life I wonder how years past and day, not above them, but part of them. And out there, living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one to hold forever out there, where they all live unaware. What I did, just to live one day out there. Out there among the millers and the weavers and their wives, fruit lovers and devils, I can see them. Every day they stole and know about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I were in their stead, I'd treasure every instant. Out there, strolling by the stream, gaze one morning out there, like ordinary men who freely walked about there. Just one day and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, old and bent, I won't care. I have spent one day out there. Yay, another song done. I'm starting to realize that with the classic Disney songs, that even you know from childhood, you don't realize how wordy they are until you're trying to sing out the pedal yourself.
Oh, God. I think that's true.
But I do appreciate Lauren's help with the song, since I would not have been able to do it on my own.
She can't get that low.
I cannot. Which shows that when I write the poem for Frillo, Lauren will to sing the song. Oh. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, comment below if there's any Disney character, hero or villain, or side chat for that matter, you'd like to see a poem or a song for. And if you just want to hear songs, let me know about that too, and I'll do that as well. And until next time, blessed be.